I already knew what this was walking up to it off the new rack for $20. This Hello everybody, Brian here. If you're new to my channel, I sell used clothing full-time on eBay and then show you guys I got to finish shipping, and we're gonna head to the thrift stores today to find some new items. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys everything that I pick up. I'll give you a little update on the home. We're buying so many things. Here's a bunch of wood here. We're gonna build our own table because we don't want to buy a new one because they're expensive, and they're not even like, a lot of them are like not even real wood. It's like you pay a ton of money and they just give you I don't know, like a cheapo table. So I don't know, we're gonna build our own for a lot cheaper. And the house is a mess right now, got a lot going on. I got a new grill, pretty excited about that. I got it put together here. But yeah, pretty excited about that. We're getting the backyard put together here. It's still just dirt. So we gotta get, this week we're gonna get a rock and a patio, get a grilling station out here. Pretty excited. On the days that I list, I go out there and cook lunch. So yeah, excited to get that all taken care of. So yeah, without further ado, let's head out and pick up some items. Let's go. It was half off at Savers. I found this sapphire lounge shirt. It has nice dragons on it, super cool print, pretty cheap, a little over $4, and I can get generally about $30 plus shipping for these. Here's a nice little bread and butter item. Vans isn't like a crazy good brand, but it is new with tags. I'm pretty bullish on new with tags items, especially like mid-tier brands like this. Nice little marmot fleece, nothing too crazy. Probably list it for about 22 plus shipping, and then take whatever offers come in. John Varvatos been selling this brand for a long time. It is half off. They kind of want a lot for it, but it does have the peace sign, nice logo on the front that generally means it's gonna sell quicker and for more money. I'll probably list it for about 25 plus shipping. Peter Millar Summer Comfort line for, it looks like $7.50. Generally list these for around $25, and they sell pretty well for me. Found one of these vintage Western Frontier jackets. I found one of these like when I first started reselling and haven't found it since. Super happy to find one of these. These are super cool. Looks like they go for about $70, $60-$70 plus shipping. As you can see, they rolled out some new racks here. That's really what I'm looking for, but unfortunately, got no items. I did go through the store and found this vintage Eli Cattleman shirt. It's a good size, 3XLT, and they only want $5 for it. I kind of stopped picking these up, but it's such a good size and pattern, and it's just crisp, almost brand new. Decided to pick it up. REI Co-op vintage shirt, not great for $7, but it was half off. So what is that, $3.50? So not a bad price. I'll definitely profit a little bit on this bread and butter item. We have a nice Ralph Lauren fish print. They do want $8 for it, but the print is so good that it's worth it. At this next store, they have flat prices, so everything's going to be a decent price. Tommy Hilfiger vintage, the new stuff doesn't do well, but this awesome purple fleece, super cool here. And just a nice little bread and butter Ralph Lauren, nothing too crazy. Probably could have passed on that, but I picked it up. Was going to pick up this North Face, but the condition just wasn't there. A little bit pilly and crackling. Decided to leave it behind. Found a nice little REI Co-op piece here. Remember guys, the Co-op is going to be higher quality than just the regular REI brand stuff. Probably going to list this for around $27 plus shipping. This thing was 75% off. I don't really do a ton of Adidas stuff, but I decided because it was so cheap that I would give it a shot. Again, 75% off for this Wrangler ATG shorts. The sell-through rate on these things is actually super good. They just don't go for a ton of money. So if you can get them cheap like this, they will sell very quickly. I couldn't find any clothes at this store, but I'm trying to get more into the hats and ties and maybe thinking about golf clubs and other type of categories. But the outdoor research hat had too many stains, and I thought this was super cool, this vintage leather hat. I couldn't find good comps on it, but I don't know what, for whatever reason, I just felt like I wanted to take a chance on it and see how it sells. This store was half off, and their prices are already so low. I couldn't even find what the men's stuff is worth in their store, but yeah, they don't even think they had it posted, but it was so cheap. I think it's like $1.50 per shirt or something. So nice little Lucky Brand like canvas shirt that I have to wash, but for how cheap it is, definitely gonna pick it up. Nat Nass silk shirts, I like to list these for about $22 plus $6 shipping. I've been selling this brand for a long time. Columbia, not the best brand, but because it's so cheap and it's belted, belt is, you know, really going to help it sell and go for more money. So I decided to pick it up just for how cheap it is. Pilcrow and the letterpress, nice Anthropology brand. You can generally get like 20, depending on the size, like 25, 30 bucks plus shipping, maybe less. Really just depends on the size and the pattern, but I usually don't have trouble selling that brand. Billabong, the submersibles shorts. The sell-through rate on these is actually super quick. The condition wasn't great, but because they're so cheap, I'm gonna take a chance on it. I already knew what this was walking up to it, off the new rack for $20. This Carhartt barn jacket. It's quilted line on the inside, size large. This is actually my size. This thing is pretty awesome. They go for about $100 or more. These things are awesome. St. John Evening. This brand is amazing. Unfortunately, there is some stains kind of all over it. Made a hole, so decided not to pick it up, but I've sold a ton of this brand and it's just amazing. Goes for a lot of money. This store really was my savior for the day. Got a ton of stuff, making me feel a lot better about the day. I'm just gonna kind of go over. This is the same store as the Carhartt jacket, so yeah, got a lot of stuff. Just gonna kind of show you some highlights. Here's a Lululemon. I forget what this type is called, this type of pant, but it's like they're more canvas line. They go for a ton of money. I think generally they sell for like 60 bucks plus shipping, but this one has a ton of flaws. I'm still gonna pick it up anyway, just because they're so desirable, and for 7 bucks, I'll still profit off it. These BKE Jake pants, size 34 long, very good size, good brand. These sell super quickly. They go for about $30 to $35 plus shipping, and yeah, they just fly off the racks, sell super quickly. Figs still sell super quickly. I got them because there's 2 of them here. They kind of want a lot for it, $14 for the pair, but as a set like this, I'm gonna throw it up for about $40 plus shipping, and yeah, complete sets like that do very well. Been selling this brand for a long time, Eileen Fisher. No brainer. It's a nice quality sweater too, $7. No brainer there. Unfortunately, the material tag is cut off, so kind of unfortunate, but I'm still gonna pick it up. Kahala, awesome. The pictures show up nice and bright with these Hawaiian shirts. Love picking them up. They sell pretty quickly, $5. I usually list them for about $22 plus $6, and I have no trouble selling them. Vizsla kind of gone downhill a little bit, but it does have this paisley pattern, which really sells it here, and it's a good size. Kind of got everything going for it, so for $5, I'm gonna pick it up, probably throw it up for like $22 plus $6 shipping. Hilo Hattie, great brand, and these ones are super colorful. I mean, the better the colors are, the better they're gonna do. This brand before, I'm still trying to figure it out. The data is kind of weird on it. Gore, it looks like they go for decent money, but the sell-through rate is a little weird. So I don't know, I feel like you just undercut the market and then it'll sell. I don't know, that's kind of how I feel, so I'll probably list it for about 30 bucks plus shipping. It's kind of the same deal with this brand. I've actually never heard of this brand, but it looks like people are listing them for a lot of money and not a lot sold. So I don't know, I'm gonna take a chance, just undercut the market and see if it sells. $5. I might have made a mistake with that one, but we'll see. This is a pair of super cool Anthropology pants. Nice colors, great pattern. I never have trouble selling Anthropology pants that are this crazy. The crazier the better generally. I'll probably list them for about 30 to 35 plus shipping. Nice pair of cool pants here. They want $8 for it. I'll probably list it for maybe $25 plus $9 shipping. Nice little bread and butter item here. Amazing brand here, Robert Graham. Nice little paisley cuff shirt. They want $10 for it, but I'll list it for over $30 plus shipping. Should have no trouble selling it. I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones, but it's not one of the terrible ones either. Kind of middle of the road. Here's a couple more. I want $10 for it. Looks like it might have a little bit of a neck stain, so I might pass it by. I know some people still pick these up. I think for $10 it's a little too much for me for an item with a flaw. Here's a couple more that I don't believe have stains. They want 10, and it's a nice herringbone pattern, which is sort of like this V pattern. Generally desirable. People looking for that really want it. They should do very well. Definitely over $30 plus shipping. Look at these guys, Stephen Barry's vintage Michigan jackets. They do want $30 for them. They're super cool. I don't know. The one on the left here is in like perfect condition. I'm definitely picking this one up. The other one had some like flaws in it. You know what? I left it behind, but now that I'm thinking about it, I should have just picked it up. I would still profit on it. I'm not going to get as much profit as the one on the left. But even with like minor flaws, it still would have sold. Like when I'm at the store, and this is the last store of the day, so I'm like drained at this point. But looking at the video now as I'm editing it, I'm like, yeah, I probably should have picked that up. But that's the way it goes sometimes when you're tired. Alright, I was finished with the store, but they just kept rolling out new racks, so I just kept picking up items. Royal Robins, here's another one, 2XL shirt. I've sold a bunch of these for $5. Probably listed for $20 plus $6 shipping. Nice little bread and butter item. I'm gonna pick this up. The sell-through rate wasn't great, but they were going for decent money. It's wool and it's a nice Christmas pattern. So come Christmas time, I should be able to get like over $50 for something like this. Again, they kept rolling out new racks, so I'm not gonna stop. They rolled out this super cool vintage jacket, Woolrich. I think this thing is just a tank. It's heavy. I'd imagine I'd get over $60 for it. 100% wool. Or St. John, but unfortunately same thing, too many flaws and I had to put it back. I feel like it just happens a lot with this brand, to be honest with you. Some nice little bread and butter Patagonia women's button-up shirts and a Brooks Brothers 100% linen shirt. These sell well for me, especially in the summertime. So yeah, this is gonna sell nicely. Probably listed for about $25 plus shipping. I'm gonna put these Robert Grahams back. The stains aren't too bad, but for $10, I just want them to be in better condition. So this is what all of the items look like. I don't know if you can even see, but yeah, lots of good items for the day. Here we go. And yeah, it was a rough start to the day. Yeah, I couldn't find any items at the beginning. It was just all bread and butter for like the first quarter of the day, first half of the day ish. Yeah, and then I found that that jacket, that Carhartt jacket, and yeah, that was like the first like good find of the day. And then they kind of just kept rolling in, got a lot better. So sometimes that's just the way it goes. Sometimes I'm kind of bummed out, you know, the first half of the day is not very good, and then sometimes it's like literally the last store of the day. They just roll out like 4 new racks, and I just pick up like 20 banger items. So that's just the way it works sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna head home, and yeah, let's wrap up this video. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. Yeah, we're growing, and I'm like almost monetized. I definitely have the 1,000 followers, but I don't quite have the watch hours yet. But yeah, I got to make some more content. That's what that means. So yeah, I'm gonna head home. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.